few months, Social Security benefits are going to get a cost of living adjustment, and not necessarily for the better. The change in formula will be felt by more than 71 million Americans who get those benefits. CNN's Cole Higgins explains what it is and why some might feel shortchanged.
Seniors who receive Social Security benefits are going to see a smaller bump in their checks in 2024. 3.2%, the Social Security Administration announced last week. That's smaller than the inflation-fueled increases seniors saw over the last 2 years.
3.2% is literally better than nothing. We would prefer that it was higher, of course.
In 2023, the cost of living adjustment was 8.7%, which was the largest in more than 40 years. Starting in January, retirees' monthly payments are expected to be an average of $1,907, an increase of $59. Shannon Benton, the executive director with the Senior Citizens League, an advocacy group, says the inflation gauge is based on price changes for urban wage earners and clerical workers rather than the spending habits of seniors.
In a recent survey by the Senior Citizens League, 80% of participants said that they think Congress should beef up inflation protection by providing a cost of living adjustment that more accurately reflects their spending habits.
Many elderly Americans are worried these benefits won't cover their basic living expenses.
We used to be able to say, well, you know, if you can't afford beef, we'll get chicken. If you can't afford chicken, you can get pork. But right now, everything is a lot higher than it was several years ago.
For Consumer Watch, I'm Cole Higgins.
If you are a AT-Mobile customer, you should take a close look at your next phone bill because the company is running a test in which it automatically switches some customers to more expensive rate plans. The change affects customers on older unlimited plans such as T-Mobile One, Simple Choice, and Magenta 55 Plus. All of those customers will be migrated to T-Mobile's 5G network plan, which starts at $75 a month per phone line. T-Mobile users will have the option to keep their current plan or opt out of the new one by calling customer service.
And Netflix raising its prices again. The streaming giant's least restrictive plan with 4K video jumped $3 on Wednesday. It now costs $23 a month. Netflix killed its single stream basic plan, but existing members are grandfathered in and they could keep it for $12. People who don't mind being interrupted by ads won't see any change. They can still watch for $7. The new pricing comes as Netflix reported a 9% growth in paid memberships, reaching a whopping 247 million global subscribers.
Delta Airlines backtracking on some changes it recently made to its SkyMiles loyalty program for frequent flyers following complaints from customers. The adjustments were geared towards the most loyal travelers who have built up years of status flying that airline. Delta will still keep in place the loyalty program's miles-based to spending-based transition announced in September, but now the carrier will lower the spending threshold for frequent flyers to hit certain reward levels. This will allow certain flyers who have accumulated millions of flight miles to earn a higher status. The new program is scheduled to go into effect in 2025.
Looking outside with live cam, 82 degrees, just pretty out there.
Yeah, a lot of blue skies again today. Did you guys watch the baseball game last night?
I did.
It's a good one. It was a good one. It's I'm loving this series. And it looks like we've got some Astros fans here in San Antonio. I want to show you.
Of course we do.
Of course we do. Picture here on our KSAT Connect. Mixing Halloween and baseball.
I like that.
It's a good look. And we'll see where this series ends up. Texas is up 2-1, correct? And we got another game tonight. So, but they love the Astros win or lose. Well done. We appreciate the pictures as always. You can send those into our KSAT Connect on the KSAT app, KSAT weather app as well. Satellite picture shows we got perfectly clear skies as we just showed you with the live cam. Temperatures are warming up as a result. 80 at the airport, 81 Hondo, 82 Pleasanton, 83 Kennedy. If we're going to see any clouds today, they're going to be off to our south and east. So with full sun, we'll probably be up near 90 by later this afternoon. Good news here, it'll be more of a dry heat, and that will certainly be the case tomorrow. 87 at 3 o'clock, 89 is your high temperature today, down to 80 at 8 p.m. and then into the 70s and eventually 60s tonight. But those clear, cold mornings we've been experiencing, they're gone. Very warm weekend, and as we've been talking about, some rain chances also show up next week. Another update on that 7-day forecast for you here in just a few minutes.
Thank you, Justin. It is day 16 without a Speaker of the House. Jim Jordan losing votes and losing ground, much to the frustration of many who want the House of Representatives to get back to work. Jordan fared worse in the second round, with 22 Republicans voting against him compared to the 20 who didn't support him on the first go-round. Jordan will not hold a third vote for House Speaker, at least for now. In the meantime, he's temporarily backing the efforts to expand the interim speaker's powers. The House, which has been without a Speaker of the House for more than 2 weeks after Kevin McCarthy's historic ouster, remains effectively frozen. Congress facing a government funding deadline in November.
The number of reports of UFOs given to the U.S. government is increasing. Dozens of reports have been received each month, and thousands more are expected in the near future. That's according to the director of the office established to investigate the incidents. The majority of the reports turned out to be balloons or drones, but some require further investigation and might even be objects used to spy on the U.S. The Pentagon is preparing 2 new portals for submissions, one for historical sightings from current or former government employees and contractors, and a second for public submissions of new reports.
Day of the Dead festivities right around the corner. Part of that includes a fashion show. How the outfits, though, will help honor loved ones who are no longer with us. San Antonio, of course, known for diversity, but the culture that makes up the city we call home comes from our neighborhoods.
That's why KSAT has launched a new series called Know My Neighborhood. Our debut episode aired last night in Westwood Square. We've really only scratched the surface with our new series, though.
You can scan the QR code on your screen. It's going to take you to our Know My Neighborhood tab of KSAT12, and you can watch that first episode in full.
And our entire neighborhood of San Antonio and South Texas has been absolutely under gorgeous weather for the last several days. But I guess summer said, nah, not so fast.
Yeah.
Not yet. I'm not done yet.
Not giving up yet. Well, this summer was just so ridiculous. Fall was supposed to be really good for us, and it has been so far until now, because we're going to drift back into some record territory, at least for a couple days. 80 so far today. The average is 81. We're above average today. Not getting to that record of 93 set back in 2019, but I do think records are in jeopardy next couple of days. We'll talk about that big time heat and what the tropics may do for us next week coming up.
It is beginning to look a little crunchy out there again. The lack of rain.
Yeah.
We were hoping the fall would bring us
What is it? El Nino?
El Nino.
What happened to it?
Yeah, that's the question we've been getting a lot. We got to wait until winter. That's honestly when El Nino really starts to kind of show itself. And we're just transitioning into El Nino. Starting to see signs of life. We're starting to see pattern changes that are more El Nino-like, but we are still very much in a drought. And when you look at the relative humidity today, you combine that with the drought and the fact that we're going to get some breezy winds, not necessarily gusty winds, but breezy winds. There is a little bit of a fire threat this afternoon. Relative humidities will probably drop down to around 20% or so. Something we have to watch. I don't think it's a big concern today, but we do need to keep that in the back of our mind that with the drought that we're in, and if we start getting some fronts with gusty winds, there could be some more fire threat issues down the line. What about rain chances? Well, they do kick in next week. It's looking a little better, honestly. I think as we get into Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday to see at least some isolated to scattered activity. Still hard to pinpoint exactly when and where, but it's in that time frame where I think we have the chance for that with some moisture coming in from the Pacific. 80 degrees right now, mostly sunny. Dew point is still at 60. That number is going to drop off, though. We've got a west-northwesterly wind at 7, and I think you will see the dew point drop pretty dramatically as we showed you this afternoon. 87 at 3 o'clock, close to 90 by 4 and 5 o'clock, 84 at 7 p.m., and then back down into the 70s by 9 and 10, 60s by 11 and midnight. Let me show you what's going on across the country. And it's warm here, but it's also warm elsewhere. I mean, most of the country is dealing with pretty mild temperatures, even up into Minneapolis. It's 54, which for them this time of year is actually pretty mild. 87 in Phoenix, 77 Las Vegas, 62 Salt Lake City. So everyone's kind of enjoying warm weather. And the warm air will really kick in across the West next couple of days. You're going to see some record temperatures, not only here, but across a large portion of the West. I think some records could be set. Then we'll be watching what's going on with this big ball of clouds on here. That is Norma. It is a massive hurricane. Takes up a lot of real estate. It's a strong hurricane. Winds are at 130 miles per hour, gusting to 160. It's moving north at about 7 miles per hour. As it kind of stalls out a little bit and then turns towards Mexico, we have a pattern that will pick up some of this moisture and take it into South Texas. As I said, there's still some question as to timing, when exactly some of the deepest moisture works in. But I think as early as Monday, we can start to see a few showers, but maybe more so Tuesday, Wednesday, we can get a few downpours as this Pacific moisture works in. And 'tis the season for that. October, we often see this happen. And it can lead to some good rainfall, though a lot of the indications are with this particular system that the heavier rain would be to our north. Stay tuned. We'll keep it updated. I think that at least we do have some chances here, and I think those opportunities, those rain chances could go a little bit higher. So 94 tomorrow. The record is 92, mostly sunny, probably setting records tomorrow. 93 Saturday, records 92, probably setting records on Saturday too. Then mostly cloudy Sunday as some of that upper level moisture starts to move in. And then by Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, that's when the rain chances arrive. And with added cloud cover and that chance for rain, daytime highs should be a little cooler than they are than what we're dealing with here over the next couple of days. We'll be right back.
During the 60s, the altares became something very powerful for the Chicano community. Many of our Chicanos were being killed in Vietnam. For example, in just Edgewood School District alone, over 55 were killed in Vietnam. And that's not even including the rest of the west side or the south side or the rest of the southwest. And so the altares in the homes became a very powerful, very personal. My two older brothers went to Vietnam, and my cousins didn't come back.
On the west side, one of the manifestations that is particularly beautiful and powerful is the conflation, if you will, of military service among Latino, mostly men in the earlier days, who die in service, in the military service, serving the U.S. I believe that that conflation of military and Day of the Dead is unique to San Antonio.
So basically, during the Vietnam War, the altares took on a very strong and passionate altar. It was cultura at its finest.
This year's Goodwill San Antonio Dia de los Muertos fashion show is paying tribute to celebrities and stars close to our hearts.
Tiffany Huertas gives us a sneak peek at what you can expect at this year's Muertos Fest.
Glitter, flowers, and skulls are back for the third Dia de los Muertos fashion show hosted by Goodwill San Antonio.
We're going to definitely be showing some really nice hats that we've repurposed. We've also got some skirts. We've got tops and things that we've reimagined and recycled.
The 5 models you will see at this year's show are Goodwill team members, excited to celebrate with the community.
I'm excited about the fact that we're returning with our sustainable fashion show, and we're able to show some of the things that our customers can find and make while they shop our Goodwill stores.
This year's theme is Estrellas de Nuestra Vida, or Stars of Our Lives.
This year's fashion show is not only honoring stars we've lost like Selena, but those that are part of our family.
The fashion show will take place on October 28th, right after the procession at about 7:45 p.m. You can catch these beautiful outfits at the Civic Park stage. Tiffany Huertas, KSAT12 News.
Very cool. All right, SA Live.
Speaking of cool.
Candy, question.
What
of the
happened
day.
to, wait. What happened to the bucket of beer?
Oh, we lost the bucket. We got the beer.
Yeah. We're just streamlining this right now. Yes, The beer festival is happening this weekend.
And Amy Cartwright with Independence Brewing, who has brewed these 6 packs of nectar here. So tell us a little bit about it.
Well, the best thing about San Antonio Beer Fest is there's 320 beers available to sample, so you just
Pace yourself.
Yes, in a little tiny cup, so not too many of those. All right, Halloween season.
Oh, yes. Jen is showing us some looks.
That's right, we're at Spirit Halloween. So if you haven't got your costume, there's several locations throughout the city, whether you need something cute or maybe scary. Oh, yes, maybe a decoration for your Halloween party. We have it all. We're going to show you some fun looks here in a bit.
Hey, that thing scared me.
Yes, and even more of a spooky preview, we visit Haunted Oaks over at the Rolling Oaks Mall for some thrills and chills. We'll tell you all about that haunted house.
I take it you survived. Oh, good Lord.
Yes,
and
it was scary.
How about a little bit of Halloween jewelry, handmade? Look at how adorable those are. We are going to tell you where you can find some of these little trinkets to adorn yourself with. And
what's your favorite Halloween candy? Let us know. Scan that QR code and weigh in. You may see your answer in the show.
that and a whole lot more coming up on SA Live, so stick around.